Okay, I'm at the Rogue River at Natural Bridge. I'm the only one here, so I could take my time and shoot the angles I want with nobody else in the way. The water level is high, so they have a trail here, and they ask people to stay on the trail. Officially, I would, but if you come back in the late summer and fall when the water level is low, there's a couple of places off trail that might be worth checking out. But yeah, today I'm staying on the trail. Look at all this water here. It's very, very, very rough rapids there. Like, is there such thing as Class 6 rapids? I don't know, but I don't see anybody inner tubing through here. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna keep shooting the video even though parts of it will be blocked by trees. So I just want you to be able to see exactly where I am. I just shot the horizontal video. I started at the upstream end and walked down. This time I'm gonna start at the low stream end, walk my way up. Now you might not be able to tell from the video just yet, but if you look at the river ahead, a lot of river is coming from the left at ground level, but some of the water is coming from the right through a cave. So let me see if I can get closer and it'll be a little more obvious. So over there on the far right, beyond that big rock, a lot of the water is literally coming out of the cave. Look at how high it is, the elevation compared to the water on the left. Now over here there's a short cave, but it's a dead end. The water goes in there, it frosts around, but it comes back out. It doesn't keep going. At a really low level, I think you can go back in there if you're feeling really, really brave and really, really dumb. But yeah, I haven't been down there. Yeah, you see how rough this is. It's basically a waterfall, and it goes into that short cave. I think that one only goes back like 10 feet. Like I said, if you come back in the late summer and the fall when the water level is lower, you can see what's going on here. Hopefully I can do that. I don't really have any firm plans for late this summer. Next couple months is really all I have planned out so far. See over there's kind of a ledge you can climb down in there. When the water level is much, much lower, it's still a bit dangerous though. These rocks are very slippery. So if you climb down there, it's difficult to get out. So be extremely careful if you're gonna attempt something like that. Right there straight ahead is where a lot of the water is coming out of the cave, but you can't really see because of that tree in the way. You know, I support trees, but sometimes they block the view. I was at the coast yesterday. There's a lot of viewpoints. They're literally labeled viewpoints, and yet you can't see anything because trees have grown up in front of the viewpoints. Man. I don't know if you can see very well because I'm facing the sun, but yeah. A lot of the water is coming out of the cave there. A lot of water is coming out of the cave there. Yeah, this is terrible lighting. I'm facing the sun. I might see if I can make time to come back today. Okay, so the trail goes away from the water just a bit because of all these trees. Guess they didn't want to cut down all these trees to put in the trail. So I'm going to quickly walk past these trees so I can shoot the video continuously. Nobody else in the way. Notice they have a trail. It makes a little balcony here. This is a really cool location. Kind of. I'm looking downriver, obviously. Notice how frothy it is. You can see the artificial bridge over there. So on the left there, you can see how there's a huge amount of water just coming right out of the ground. Unfortunately, with those trees or shrubs down there, you can't really see behind those. And then over here, look at this. You can see how there's the water coming out like a big spring out of the ground, like a foot higher than the surrounding water, river. So over here is the natural bridge. If you come back late in the summer when the water level's lower, there's no water going through here. So you can just walk over there. It's officially off trail, so they kind of ask you for safety reasons not to, but you know, if it's just for my own safety, like I said, when the water's level's lower, I might be over there. They show a diagram too, where there's like a couple really small holes. So even in the summer, you can see like water bubbling up or air bubbling up. It's kind of cool. So again, here's another place where they routed the trail around the trees. I would have routed the trail closer to the river so you can actually see the river. Whatever. So here's another balcony ahead on the trail. Notice it's mostly a nice paved asphalt trail. Except, well, it's like one little. So notice the water here is almost to the top. So that's why you can see all this bare rock here. So you can imagine sometimes, not right now, the water level is so high, but it's actually going over there too. So this is why they ask you to stay on the trail. But like I said, with the water level low, obviously people will walk down there. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the way I went down there. Not recently, but you know, could have happened. So you notice all the water is flowing to the right here, right? Apparently. Now watch this. I'm going to pan down. Look at the water beneath me. It's going backwards. That's where the hole is. Directly below me is where the water is getting sucked into the cave. Over here you can see the water is mostly flowing to the right. There's quite a bit of turbulence. So yeah, it's too bad they put the balcony exactly where they did, because directly under me is where the entrance to the cave is. They could at least made a see-through floor instead of this wooden floor. Oh well. And then over here, this is where the river is whole. None of the water has gone through the cave yet. But you can see by the ground over there how it's bare rock that there probably have been times when the water flowed all the way up there too. There's a crucifix there denoting somebody probably died here. I don't know if it's from drowning, but that'd be a good first guess, don't you think? All right, well, so there's the natural bridge of the Rogue River. Let's see, this is May 27th, 2025, about 8:30 a.m.